Alright, trying some elves here. I didn't realize how weird Once Upon a Time was for opening hands. If we find Elves Visionary, this hand is really good. Off of this Once Upon a Time. Or an Allosaurus. Otherwise the hand's kind of mopey. I think I still keep though because of this. This has so many hits. Having 5 looks at a Visionary is really strong. Slivers? I have no clue what's in the Slivers deck, I'm not gonna lie. Alright, hopefully this finds a Visionary. Or 3 lands after we have 4 in hand. That's cool, I guess. I really don't want to play one of the... Well, I guess I want to get Dried Arbor this turn. So that next... Yeah, I want to get Dried Arbor this turn. Next turn I can do some pretty cool stuff if I start with a Dried Arbor. But we need to draw some gas now because that Once Upon a Time was worst possible. Oh no, I accidentally F6'd. Okay. I forgot I can't actually F6 in this deck. That was like a pretty good draw. Alright. 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 We can make all of our creatures 5/5s next turn, which is kind of cool. Flanking. Whenever creature without flanking blocks the Sliver, the blocking creature gets -1/-1 until end of turn. Well, I just like can't block this period. I guess I can block it with Sentinel. They just didn't draw land and scoops, which makes sense because we were gonna make a lot of 5/5s next turn. I didn't even think about that this is also a win con to hit off of Once Upon a Time, so that hand is way more keepable than I thought it was. I have actually no clue what's in the Sliver deck. I've seen it a little bit, not enough to actually know what's going on, which is probably not where I should be. I should probably kind of know what's in it, because I'm sure there's something that just like can kill my creatures. Alright, nah, is it just a bunch of pump dudes? That's basically a deck. I'm just looking up a list right now. Alright, so it looks like a deck that just has a bunch of creatures that races and gets to play Force of Will. Looks like they play Chalice of the Void into the sideboard, which means I need to bring in my removal, which I should probably bring in anyways. I don't think I want the Progenitus. I think I just want to try to hoof them, since they're not really interacting with us in any way. And because they're not interacting with us, I get the board knowing that. In terms of what to... typically, you're just kind of trimming here and there. I'm not sure. I think Once Upon a Time's a Sacred Cow. But we're going to draw in this fast match. We're going to trim a Visionary and Typically I like to keep in Birch Lore. Let's say the Quirion and a Heritage Druid. Normally post-war I like to keep in Birch Lore just because it helps you cast the black spells. Well, if they don't play Wasteland, I would imagine they play Wasteland. They do not play Wasteland? Alright, well, never mind, I'm gonna keep all the Heritage Druids in. Yeah, I don't even know if bringing in all of this interaction is correct, but I see Liz playing Chalice, and this deck, it does have an out to Chalice now. You can put an Allosaurus Shepherd in play with a Green Sun, and Chalice doesn't do anything. But... Alright, so what does this hand do? I can Green Sun... I can play a long game by Green Sunning for Visionary, but I don't think that's good. I think I'd rather just mulligan at that point. This hand has 4 lands in it, and none of them are cradles. If one of these was a cradle, I think this hand's actually keepable. But, yeah, this hand's just better. It's not that much better, but it's better. The Once Upon a Time does need to hit something good. I'm gonna put away the Cavern. I really want to use one of these to get a Bayou and the other to get a Dryad Arbor, and Cavern doesn't give me either of those. Doesn't help me. Alright, they kept. Putting away Cavern. Alright, so blocking, very difficult. Draw a land. Not great. Hopefully this Once Upon a Time is good. Okay, I was really not expecting that. Alright. What's up, Boz? How's it going? Alright. Our opponent only has 1 card in hand, though, based on the force. So... Living a dream, how are you doing? Not too shabby. Got a good amount of stuff done this morning. And now we're here. I already O2 dropped the first league, and I just switched decks today, because today was not the day, apparently. So I can green set for 1, but that's not actually gonna help me out. I think I just want to hold up Abrupt Decay this turn. So that's what I'm gonna do. Feels like an infect day anyway. Yeah, I know earlier was just like pretty rough. Do I care about this? I think this actually contributes to us dying in a big way. Though I can also grab a Dryad Arbor and just have a really, I wouldn't say a big turn next turn, but a decently sized turn. For I can cast... I can cast Visionary twice next turn. I guess I should have done this during end step. I'm not going to worry about the Abrupt Decay at this point. I don't think we're in a real danger of dying. I say that, and they're just going to do something really stupid next turn. They have Wasteland? Alright. The list I saw online didn't play Wasteland. Alright, so that can produce a really good turn next turn, but it's not very helpful this turn. It's basically just a draw 1 this turn, which isn't great. I get Green Sun for 1 and go get... I guess the best bet would be a Kyrian Ranger? That was unfortunate. So if I get a Ranger, I can actually do some cool stuff next turn. I can draw at least 2, which is, I think, relevant enough. Yeah. And then hopefully we can chain some stuff together from this. Yeah, hopefully the Ranger does some good stuff for us next turn. It won't do anything this turn. And I'm not going to cast a Symbiote here because I want to save it for the Glimpse turn. Okay. It's not like I could block anything anyways. I'm glad I didn't use my Abrupt Decay that one turn. Having this Dried Orb is actually really important. That was a good draw. So that almost questions whether I'm still supposed to Glimpse or not. I think the answer is still yes. That was a good draw. I'm probably just supposed to go ahead and use my Ranger here. I'll untap here. That was a good draw. I think Visionary is best to cast. I'm really just trying to find a Heritage Druid here. That finds Heritage Druid as well. Yeah, let's grab Heritage Druid. We're probably gonna just basically win the game off of this. I'm gonna untap and bounce here. Not that. We basically just win the game here no matter what happens. Sentinel. Oh, we're just going through motions at this point. I guess I can just go ahead and always yield to these. We have so much mana that if I mess up, it doesn't really matter. Alright. It was deterministic. That visionary really helped, but we were just gonna chain things together anyways with glimpse. Glimpse of Nature's very, very, very good, turns out. Alright, we're here for round 2. This hand's basically a mold of 6 already, because this hoof is in it. The glimpse is good. It doesn't have a cradle. Our 2 lands, we can't go Shepherd into Visionary. Shepherd's very good, though. Plus, the Shepherd in the natural order is kind of a GG in a lot of matchups. I'm gonna mulligan because it's basically already a 6 and it's a very mediocre 6. This hand's just better in almost every aspect. Glad I decided to mulligan. The question is what to get rid of. I think I actually want to get rid of the Sentinel. The reason I'm thinking that is because I need to mana ramp in some way, and Green Sun allows me. I can just Green Sun for a Dryad Arbor, and that gives me access to 3 mana next turn. It makes a Shepherd free to cast. I can do a mini Glimpse turn where I can bait out a counterspell using the Glimpse. The other alternative is I could put away the Natural Order, but I think Order plus Shepherd is too good of a wombo combo. But if the Shepherd dies, then the Order gets a lot worse. But on the turn that I Green Sun, I can go Glimpse Shepherd. They probably counter this and I play Shepherd, and then I have access to 2 mana to cast whatever. But if I just draw creatures off the top, then I can play the Shepherd first, and then Glimpse. And then I have 2 mana to cast whatever. Which, because of that sequence, maybe I am supposed to put away the Natural Order because I can guarantee have a Glimpse turn. Yeah, actually, I think that makes sense. I don't think I need this. I think this protects the hand more. Because guaranteed glimpsing is so powerful. Alright, so we're playing a Snow, which the Shepherd's very good against. So we naturally drew Dryad Arbor. So I could just play the Dryad Arbor and pass. I don't think that produces as good of a turn the following turn, but saving the Green Sun is relevant. And we're going to be playing a long matchup here anyways. I think I'm going to go ahead and Green Sun here. I think I need to develop my mana in a meaningful way, and if they just Swords and Plowshares this, I'm glad that they use the swords, but the thing is, they still get to apply pressure. They have cards like Oko in their deck, and I need to really race them putting cards like that in play. That was an insane draw. Alright. Let's play Shepherd here. This card is so absurd. Okay. I'm going to cast Glimpse. They can't counter it unless they have Swords of Plowshares plus Force of Will plus blue card. And if they don't have swords here, I mean, they're probably just going to lose because I'm going to get to draw 2 and I'm going to have so much mana because I drew Heritage Druid. Alright, let's see what they have. Alright, they're going for it. They're digging for Swords of Plowshares. Or they were digging for Terminus. Alright, our turn's about to be absolutely ludicrous. Oh, we need to draw something here though. If we don't draw something, okay. Always yes. I'm gonna always yield that actually. Hopefully they didn't put a Terminus on top of their deck, or we just have to find a way to win the game this turn. Alright, we're not winning the game this turn. Ran out of gas. Alright, they didn't put a Terminus on top, that's huge. If we draw a Wirewood Symbiote next turn, or a Heritage, or a Elvish Visionary, Green Sun, there's a lot of good stuff going on here. I can also just make a bunch of 5/5s next turn and kill them. That's a good draw. The question is, do I just want to go for this, or do I Once Upon a Time? Well, this is 6 mana, 7. I think the odds of the Once Upon a Time plan working are a lot higher, because if I make everything a 5/5, and then they have Swords and Plashers, I'm in a really rough spot, because they Swords this, block this, they take 15 and go to 3. 3 is not 0 though. I'm gonna go for the Once Upon a Time. Make them have the swords. Well, now I can just Crater Hoof. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's at 6, 12, 18. Yeah, they're dead. They're dead even if they have a swords here. I think with the Once Upon a Time, I think I just win the game if I hit Symbiote or Visionary anyways. Or I can hit the Crater Hoof like I did. Or if I decide I want to, if I kind of brick off of it, I can hit another Gaia's Cradle as the brick. And then I can just go for it anyways. Maybe I am supposed to make them have it. But I don't know that the risk is worth it. I don't know. Maybe you're right. They still weren't gonna have a Terminus there, so I wasn't super concerned. Alright, in this matchup, I know the Progenitus is good. I normally don't want to bring in the Thoughtseizes. Even though they can catch like Terminus and stuff, they have to have it in their hand. And I think the trophies are probably... The Decay is still good. I'm not sure how good the trophies actually are, though. Giving them a land is pretty rough in order to kill Oko. I think a lot of time the land winds up killing us anyways. I like Surgical. A lot of options. Making them out of swords would give you the Once Upon a Time for the next turn. That's true. That's a good point. It does open up all the Force of Wills in their hand, though. I'm just more afraid of the fact that all of our shepherds were gonna die if they had swords. That was mostly what I was afraid of. Typically, I don't bring in Thoughtseize in this matchup. Typically, diluting the deck isn't worth it. Shaving a behemoth, a nettle, and a druid. We're not comboing as much here. A lot of options still won. Yeah, I mean, I'll take it. And maybe that wasn't the most optimal line. I think it's close either way, though. I like bringing the Surgical because the snow decks do have Snapcaster. Also, if you use Surgical and Uro, it feels pretty good. It actually gets kind of hard for them to win if you Surgical Uro. Alright, this hand's like not the best, but knowing the matchup, our mana's not gonna really get disrupted, and having Glimpse is already a very good start, so I'm gonna keep it. Tropical Island. True to second Dryad Arbor. My turn 1, I think I need to play an actual creature though. Alright, the Nelf Sentinel beatdown plan. Oh, I need to bring in the trophies because of Plague Engineer. Okay. It kinda sucks, but I just wasn't expecting that. Alright, I think I play a... Well, I need to attack first. I am gonna play a Druid this turn though. It does make our Glimpse force next turn if that's the route we go, but I think they're gonna counter the Glimpse no matter what, and then I can natural order them. Also, I think I just need to put a lot of mana in play. They actually might not counter it because they think we can't do that much into Dampening Sphere, but if we can draw 4 cards, or 3 or 4 cards, then pretty happy. And casting Ancestral Vision seems good. If they have Plague Engineer here, we're boned. I wouldn't say we're super dead, but we're pretty close. Interesting. That was an interesting choice. I wonder if they have a Decay. I feel like they have an Abrupt Decay based on that play. Okay, they do have Decay. At least they didn't have Plague Engineer. I forgot I needed to grab Bayou because I have that in my deck. That's awkward. Alright. That was a decently sized misplay. I don't think I cast the Druid, because then my Glimpse is actually useless, so I'm just gonna pass. We're playing a long game here anyways, unless they have Plague Engineer, in which case we're boned in. Okay. There's the Uro. They don't have a land? That's actually a pretty big deal. Ooh, that's a good draw. That's a really good draw. I think I'm decaying this turn. Not until end step, obviously, but the reason that I don't, well, I guess I could have done that now because it would have gotten an extra 2 points of damage in, and the swamp doesn't let them cast Uro. I wasn't gonna decay because I didn't want to put a 4th card into yours so that a top deck fetch could Uro. Though this also looks like it's gonna mess with their turn kind of heavily. Plus, if they have Plague Engineer, I need to kill that rather than the Sphere. Alright, so they play land. I'm gonna decay. I thought they were gonna Veil Summer for a second. I was like, well, it's like I guess they got us good. Alright, I'm just gonna go for it. I'm going to glimpse, see what they do. They force pitch Jace, okay. Alright, I am going to go for the natural order. The question is if I'm supposed to just straight up go for the hoof, which I think is correct, or Ranger. I think I go for the hoof. I'm definitely sacking Druid. That's not a question. They had double force. That's unfortunate that they had double force, double blue card as their hand. Hopefully they don't have a land on top. I should not have 6. Please no green source. Alright, good. So they didn't get to Uro. I took a draw. I'm gonna use my Cradle. This is gonna help get damage through. Okay. I like the Shepherd. I like the Shepherd a lot. I'm gonna grab it instead of the Symbiote, I think. Yeah. They know about this forest already. Oh, I probably shouldn't have played it though in case they have Ice Fang. Do I want to offer this to the Ice Fang? I think they would have main phase Ice Fang if they had it. Okay, I made a good call. I'm pretty sure they would have main phased the Ice Fang if they had it. Next turn they're dead, even if they Uro. Maybe I wasn't supposed to play the Shepherd out. No, because this makes it so I don't have to tap a creature. I don't have to tap the Ride Arbor in order to Ranger, or in order to activate Shepherd. Yeah, I think I was supposed to hold it in my hand actually. 4, 5, 6. Having the not summoning sick creature is relevant though. I think I needed to play so that the not summoning sick part was. Okay. So they have to draw a Swords here off the top in order to keep this game going. So they very well could do. Now they could also have Abrupt Decay. They could also just be dead. Also works. Why is this only a 1/1? I'll take it. Oh, it's only elves that become 5/5s. Okay, and this is an elf. Never mind. So yeah, I absolutely need to play Shepherd that turn. I'm glad I did for other reasons, but... Alright, I'll take it. Alright. On to play round 3. Hopefully easy. Sounds weird. I think it's a mole. I'm gonna mole. If one of these was a cradle, I would keep. But I don't want to have to once upon a time for a cradle when we only have 2 creatures in hand. This hand has... I can try to just once upon a time into a creature. Or into a land, which I think is actually fine here. Because of Quirion Ranger. So if I hit a forest, it works out. So I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna put away this Sentinel. Pretty sure they nerfed it so it doesn't make that much from what I was told. Oh, okay. Dude, it used to be so dumb. I guess people, as people figured it out, they probably had to nerf it though. Because it wasn't like super talked about when I played. Alright, there's lands. I'm gonna grab a... I actually want all of these cards in my deck, so I'm gonna grab a fetch. It's like kind of minuscule effect, but I think it's relevant enough. And I am going to nettle. My mode is kind of laggy. Am I playing a mirror match? Yeah, I mean, that's fair. It's still worth it though. I think. But you spend a lot more time crafting though, if you do that. Okay. Drawing a land was pretty good there. I can kind of just dump my hand here. Actually, I can just natural order this turn. I think natural ordering is better than green sunning. I guess then it would be like one of my green... The natural order doesn't actually kill here though. It does a lot of damage though. 5, 7, 7 plus 8, 15. It puts them to 5. I mean, I think that's just worth it in general. I just untap and bounce here. And just natural order and probably... I don't think there's a way for me to... Well, I can green sun for another ranger, right? And then... Or I can just grab a symbiote. The symbiote do the same thing. So I can green sun, go down to 2 mana, get symbiote, untap, bounce vision, bounce the ranger, play the ranger. And then that's 4 mana. And then I natural order with a symbiote in play. Alright, I'm gonna sack the ranger. This doesn't actually kill them, but it sure does a lot of damage. And we have a value engine still. Because I can bounce a visionary. I mean, I doubt they can win from here. Because they're under so much pressure. Okay. Does make winning much harder. It's hard to tell what this is. For Dryad Arbor. Alright, so a question here now is... if I untap and draw a land, how good is that for me versus guarantee getting a bunch of draws off with visionary stuff? Because if I attack with the 3 of these, and let's say I draw a spell, so then I can cast and untap this, then they have to go block. Well, I guess they would go trade with visionary, block here. They take 2, go down to 1. What are the odds I actually get to do that though? As opposed to I just bounce this, untap this. And then I draw for turn. I can cast a visionary. Or I just attack first. I just attack, they trade here, block here. Or they trade here, block here. They go down to 2 instead of 1. I think it's worth seeing if I can just draw a spell here. Like I did not draw a spell, which is unfortunate. It's okay. So I kind of miss out on a card here. I can also not attack with the symbiote. That's a pretty valid option here, to be honest. Because this forces a block anyways, but they'll just trade here. Whereas here, this puts them down 2 mana. I think this is better. If they have Swords and Plowshares here, we're kind of done for. But I doubt they have another one. I think they would have done it in their main phase. Like, they main phase the swords on the first sword, so they may as well main phase the other swords. Unless they're just mind gaming. Which I guess would be successful. Because I'm guessing they don't have another one. They have another one. That sucks. Alright. That's really bad. I just gave them a shot at getting back into the game now. Well, they are back in the game completely. I should just focus on rebuilding. Oh, that feels bad. Oh, that feels bad. There's a lot of really good draws here, so hopefully you just draw one of them. Yeah, I guess I should have done just rebuild value and played around them having second swords. It's just weird that they didn't play it beforehand, to me at least. I mean, as long as they don't have neither reliquary, I feel pretty ahead. But if this is the natural order Maverick version, then we can just kind of die to a natural order at any point. But they didn't have it that turn, which means they don't have it in hand at all. Definitely not blocking. Oh, they're Abzan? This is very unfortunate. We should be a card deeper right now, and also not down to Symbiote. Well, yeah, I could have just played this a lot better overall. Mother Rune's okay. The issue here is Allosaurus Rider is not a win con at this point. I'm just fetching now so that I can F6. Alright, I mean, at any point if I draw another... I can actually just naturally draw the Crater Hoof. And that works. I think they're one card in hand. It's not a land, because they would have played it already. Unless they're bluffing. It could be another removal spell, pretty easily. Man. Really need to stop drawing lands. There's only 8 lands left in our deck. I guess the question is, if I draw a glimpse, do I play it immediately? I think the answer is no. I think I hold it and see if I draw another creature. Because I'm not really in danger of dying next turn. I'm not gonna fetch. I think the point of life matters more, but naturally we just draw another land. This sucks. I mean, I'm getting punished for being aggressive, I guess. Which is what it is. Again, we're still not in danger of dying, but it definitely doesn't feel good right now. That was a really good draw. Alright, there's a green sun. I think I can green sun for Crater Hoof here. 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, I would play Druid first, right? So play this. Play the Druid, play the Cradle. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. Fetch 9. Green sun for 8. And that would be... that would make 2 6/6s if they have a swords and they can't beat 1 6/6. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright. So we still won the game. But I guess I shouldn't have been as aggressive. I think I'm just supposed to pivot to the long game and try to just build up a bunch of cardboard into play before I start attacking again, because I was playing afraid of them having a Stoneforge though, or just naturally drawing Jitte. So I think that that has its benefits, but I also have Queer and Ranger and then would also have Wildwood Symbiote, which would allow me to make sure that they can't get a combat in, basically. But it worked out. Against the Maverick deck, I do need to make sure that I can kill Jitte and deal with it, so that's what the trophies, the Decay and the Oof are for. Oof doesn't kill Jitte, but it prevents it from minusing. The Progenitus is also good. They can't beat Progenitus. We're bringing Progenitus, so naturally shaving the hoof. I like cutting down on combo pieces here. The Shepherd doesn't actually do as much here. Maybe the thing is, it is a win con, right? But it doesn't do much outside of that here, so maybe I don't want to shave down so heavily on it. I think this is fine. This hand sucks. This is such a weird hand, though. This hand's very good. I am going to put away, I think, the Shepherd. The Shepherd's kind of a win con though, but I don't want to go down to a one-lander. I don't want to put away Once Upon a Time. I think it's the Shepherd. I think the Shepherd's the weakest link in the hand. Symbiote hoof, that's it. Symbiote's good though. I was really looking for a cradle there. Alright, so now that we have Symbiote, I want to develop my mana. So, we're gonna green some for a Dried Arbor. Hopefully they don't kill the Dried Arbor. That would suck here. They can't Abrupt Decay it, but they can Source of Plowshares. Neither Reliquary. That's a very good one for them. Alright, I'm gonna Visionary here. Let's see what we draw. I'm gonna draw a Cradle here. I probably wouldn't play the Cradle if I drew it here, but... Okay. I think I'm gonna Symbiote. Untap the Dried Arbor, bounce the Visionary. I'm gonna grab this Curian Ranger. So now they can't Wasteland. They can't really Wasteland us very well. If they have Tabernacle in their deck, though, this is gonna suck. Though, like, putting the Dried Arbor in our hand is gonna put a big hamper on things either way. But at least it's not killed necessarily. We do need to draw a win con though. Alright, well there's a Wasteland. Also, if they choose a double Wasteland, they're not actually killing us, but they're gonna get to keep developing their board though. Which is more than relevant. Looks like that's what they're doing here. Yup. Depending on what this is, who knows what it is. They could go get Cradle. That's a lot of mana. Typically, they play one Cradle just for this reason. Okay. I didn't think about that one. That's pretty interesting. They definitely were not dead there. Our hand is not great. Like, we're gonna get a lot of value off. They lose birds. If they choose to do that, they could also just not pop it here and play whatever's in their hand. But, like, if they pop it, I think we're in a good spot. But even if they just choose not to pop it and keep developing their board, like, we're not winning anytime soon. Yeah, especially if we're drawing Progenitus, like... Yeah, like, we weren't getting anywhere anytime soon, so I think that was a very early concession by them. But, I guess I'll take it. Alright. We're on a draw for round 4. We are 3-0. Nice. They rolled a 6. I'm keeping this hand. It has Glimpse and mana in it. The only thing that would make it better is if it had a Cradle. Our turn 3 is very good with this hand. If we can get there, of course. Getting there is a part of the battle in Legacy. Arid Mesa. Oh, plays goblins. Our hand is not super fast, so this is a little concerning. We could do some really cool stuff here in a turn. Well, next turn I can go Druid, make 3, Glimpse, Ranger Visionary, make 3 again, and hopefully we drew something in the top 3. We can actually do a lot next turn. Because we don't have to play around Force of Will. Badlands. I'm not trading. I need my Elves. I wonder if they have Skirk Prospector. Or no, they have Skirk Prospector. What they don't have is a the the black red ETB kill a creature basically. I don't remember what the card's called. Alright, let's see. I mean, if they sack their whole board to stop my turn, I think I'm fine with that. They might do that. Which, I mean, honestly, like, that's fine by me. But also, if they let this resolve, I'm basically just fine either way. Sure. Like, that's fine. I'm not concerned about my future in this game. I mean, we still have a bunch of gas in hand. They killed a Quirion Ranger, which actually isn't really doing anything here. Sure. I mean, they're just in a really bad spot still. Oh, wow. That's pretty good. Always yes, always yield. Pretty good. They were dead. They were dead that turn. Well, that's pretty good. Good old Gobos. Oh, Munitions Expert. That's the card. That's the black-red card I was thinking of. I just actually couldn't remember what it was called. So, like, out of the board, you know what I'm actually really afraid of? If Pyrokinesis is common in these lists, that's really bad. It's probably at least a couple on the board, which is pretty scary. There's nothing I can really do about it though, so I guess I just gotta suck it up and hope that it doesn't happen. I would imagine that they have Grafdigger's Cage. Well, no, that shuts off their Muxus, right? I guess either way, I still want the removal, and I think Progenitus is still good. I don't think I want Thoughtseize. I think I'm sideboarding like I did in the other match. Though, if they have Chalice, maybe I'm supposed to be keeping in Shepherd instead of bringing this stuff in. But this also is good against the other random goblins. Yeah. This hand sucks. Mainly because it has a Critter Hoof in it. If it had one more land in it, if this was a land, I would probably keep it, to be honest. This hand's way better. They snap kept their 7, which is pretty scary, not gonna lie. I kinda wanna put away the Once Upon a Time. I think I want everything else. definitely want the Visionary. I think Symbiote's just too good. Yeah, I'm gonna put away the Once Upon a Time. Hopefully they don't have turn 1 Lackey. That's fine. I cannot fetch I cannot fetch Ride Arbor. It's worth noting. I'm just gonna play out this Ranger. Grab a basic here. Rashad import. So they're not like turbo muxusing or anything. It's probably in their deck, but they're not doing it very quickly. Which I'm a fan of. For our sake, at least. Let's be real, you can't fetch it because I'm small brain. Oh, sure. That's definitely what it is. What's up, Robert? How's it going, buddy? I can't cast that. Not for free. I have to cast it the hard way. I mean, next turn I can go Glimpse Symbiote and then hopefully draw some stuff. Eating mac and cheese on break, nice. Am I supposed to Once Upon a Time, actually? Nah, because I think... Nah, I'll just let it happen. It's decent. What I can do here is I can Symbiote, bounce Visionary, recast it. Well, it makes my Glimpse really bad in the future, though. I guess I was supposed to Once Upon a Time there, because I don't actually... Nah, I mean, it still makes it good. It's still a good play. They bolted that one? Oh, let's not horribly missequence. I'm very fine with them bolting the Ranger. Alright, I'm glad I have this trophy, because I'm going to wind up trophying that cage. So that I can green sun freely. Alright, it's fine. That's gonna happen eventually. That just wasn't that much of a blowout there. I'm just surprised they bolted and also... it wasn't a 4-for-1, so I can't complain that much. Are they tapping the Cradle? Yeah, I can't tap it for mana anyways. I'm fine with playing this long game. I am gonna have to trophy that cage. Or I just play Dried Arbor instead. I can trophy later. Yeah. And end of turn I can Once Upon a Time. I can get behind the Dried Arbor draw. I also don't really want to give them mana. It feels dangerous. Unfortunate. That was gonna get something anyways, though. Like, that card is always just terminating this matchup. Terminate on a 1/1 body. Heritage Druid or Shepherd? I think I want the Druid because it has a little more explosiveness tied to it. Though this is better. And like, we're developing a lot of mana, we're gonna go long. But the Heritage Druid actually gives me a chance to kind of combo off next turn, so I think that makes it better. Hopefully we draw an Elf here, so that I can glimpse and get 2 draws off. That's not an Elf, but also very good. Getting some draws off here. I'm gonna get 1 extra draw here. Possibly 2, depending if this draws a 1-mana elf. It did. Very lucky. That is the end of the turn though, but we got to draw 4 cards. 4 cards is a lot. If they Pyrokinesis, it is what it is. Yup, it is what it is. Nothing I can do about that. But now they're empty-handed. I'm gonna trophy that cage. That doesn't make mana anyways. I guess I'm gonna wait till, I'll just wait till it ends up to do it. Playing through double Pyrokinesis feels, I mean, pretty gross. No blocks, no reason to. Alright, let's trophy this bad boy. Natural ordering for Progenitus doesn't actually do anything here. So this is probably just gonna be a setup, purely a setup turn. Which is nothing wrong with that. What they drew for turn. We're finding out. That's a pretty good one. That's a really good one. I am actually able to natural order here. The question is, do I actually want to? The reason if I green sun for Ranger and then any elf, or no, it would have to be Ranger. No, it doesn't work. Never mind, never mind. I can't. I can natural order for Progenitus, but I probably still lose the race if I do that this turn. If I green sun for, I can green sun for Nettle and Nettle plus. Well, I could just green sun for double Nettle, and then they can't really attack if I do that. It's either that or I green sun for. I can just go get Progenitus here, but I don't think I win the game if I do that. Because then they attack for 4, I block 1, I go to 4. I can attack, I guess I green sun twice then. I think I lose to too much stuff if I do that. I can also green sun for Elvish Visionary, but I don't think that's actually good here either. It would be cool, but I don't think it's actually good. Well, if I just green sun for double Nettle, I mean, I don't think it could end up terribly. Then the next turn I just sack my Heritage Druid to go to Crater Hoof, and then that's 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's 18 damage. I guess Nettle's Symbiote's actually slightly better. Or no, wait, the line I just said out loud is lethal, right? 4 plus 5 is 9, plus 9 is 18. Whereas if I get Symbiote is not lethal. Symbiote's better against removal. So is the double Nettle line though. Because what, they're gonna kill 1 Nettle. And if they like kill 1 Nettle and then we get to trade off some, I think we're ahead. Let's see what this is. That's not good. It's really bad actually. They can go get a 3rd expert if they have in their deck. Actually, they probably don't have a 3rd expert in their deck. Never mind. They have a 3rd expert. We need to draw. We have a lot of good draws here. Ooh. Okay. That's not the end of the world. Okay, they're just not attacking. Are they... They're not dead. Unless I can go get Visionary, and then if I draw a 1-drop Elf off the top, then they're dead. They're not literally dead, but they're close enough that they're dead. I can also green sun for a Shepherd. That doesn't do anything. I think I just go grab Visionary. I think both my Dried Arbors are dead, yeah, so they're not dead here. I can Green Sun for... So let's see, I have 4 mana right now. I could go down to 2. I can Symbiote. I can just grab a Symbiote here. Or, well, no, wait. I can Green Sun for Druid. And then I Natural Order sack the Druid. Go get Crater Hoof. And then that's 12, 16, 21 trample. 20, 19, 18, 17. So they're left with 2 goblins. But then my Nettles are tapped, which is a big problem. I think I'm actually best off symbioting here. And then next turn it's basically guaranteed lethal. I don't think oh, all my Heritage Druids are dead anyways. Oh, that doesn't matter, I could go get Burst War, and it would do the same thing. I think guaranteed lethal next turn is more beneficial anyways. Oh, but they can tap the Cradle down now, which sucks. I wonder if they attack all out. Okay. I mean, this is... I'm gonna save the Visionary. I don't think they're dead here. Natural Order sack Symbiote, that's 4, 9, 18, I'm 1 off. Unless I draw another Cradle. Sometimes you have it all, man. Sometimes you just have it all. That was a really close game. Nice. That was really close. The beatdown plan was actually going to start to get there, but we kind of drew out of it there. We might have been able to win a turn earlier or something, but I think our plays were... I liked our plays. I think the choices made were solid enough. Yeah, I will take it. We're 4-0 now. Alright. Here, playing for the trophy. On the draw again. This hand is not the best. If they just like... I could go get Dried Arbor and then play Shepherd. And then I have to wait one more turn to ignore a Natural Order. It's just not good against removal. I'm gonna mulligan. There's just too many lands. This is basically the same hand. Not quite, because I could get Dried Arbor with fetches. Going to 5 is also not great for the deck. Symbiote is also very good at protecting things. There's something to be said for that. last hand wasn't great, but I think this one's fine. I just don't think I want to go to 5, is what it comes down to. Foothills Pass? Are we playing a mirror match? Hopefully not. I need to get a Dryad Arbor. Okay, we're playing as Rock Delver. Or not. Are we playing as John? I have no clue what's going on. Clearly. It must be John. Okay, we're playing as John. There's a lot of really good draws here. That was not one of them, it turns out. I'm gonna hold back the Cradle. I don't really want them knowing about it. I'm gonna Nettle Symbiote. If they kill the Symbiote, it's fine because I have another one. Letting them Liliana or Dark Confidant a bunch isn't gonna be very fun, but there's a Wasteland. It's the reason I did not play the Cradle. If they Wasteland a Dryad Arbor, it's not gonna be very fun. Second Badlands. Then the main deck? Oh god. Oh, it's disgusting. Alright, hopefully I draw a Glimpse or a Natural Order here. Visionary's not bad. The issue is if I play the Cradle, it's gonna die. So I kinda need to save it, even though... Oh man. Or maybe I just gotta hope to draw another one. No, I think I need to keep holding it. I don't think I can let this trade happen. What happens if I Cradle? I think 3 mana, play Symbiote. Untap this, bounce this, replay, and I have another mana. They have to Wasteland Cradle, they kill the Symbiote. I wonder if they trade the Sentinel for the bot. I wonder if they make this trade. Because if they don't, I can eventually kill the Liliana. I can also just keep building out my board so that I can Shepherd, which I could actually do next turn. Like what I could do is I could play the Misty and go get a Bayou, play Symbiote, bounce Visionary, untap Dryad Arbor, play Sentinel, and then I have I have 4 creatures. They kill 1, go down to 3. They wasteland my Dryad Arbor. I guess I'm down to 2 creatures. But then I get to actually have a cradle. I think I'm cradling, actually. I think I just have to do this. It feels really bad, but I think this is also a lot of value. That was a really bad draw. I wonder if they take this trade. I think if they take this trade, I'm relatively happy. If they take the trade, I don't think I'm that upset. And if they... Yeah. I think this is fine. I need to draw another cradle, though. Yep. Man, that Liliana last hit was brutal. I think I'm gonna have to hope this Once Upon a Time just finds another cradle. They just have so many cards. They have 10 cards on us. Yeah, I have to bounce this Visionary. I need to keep value engineering. If I don't keep trying to value engine, I'm gonna lose. I mean, it depends on what their hand is, but this is getting pretty rough. This is like the deck's worst nightmare. Outside of Plague Engineer, which they have in their deck as well. Our opponent is very mean in discard Once Upon a Time. I'm just not gonna have time to cast it. Oh god. That's terrible. Alright, I think we're dead. If we were on to play this game, I think we were actually fine. I actually think that's true. If we were on to play, they wouldn't have played the Liliana until after we'd already done a bunch of stuff. Yeah. I think this was play draw. Oh, they drew a second Wasteland. Please just hit a Tarmogoyf. Ugh. Man. This is brutal, man. Like, what am I supposed to do? I guess the answer is just sit here and die. Our opponent just has like the nut draws of the century. I mean, their deck is all interaction, to be fair. Yeah, there's no point in me playing the Shepherd, so I guess I just pass. Post-sport's a lot easier because we can natural order for Craterhoof. Man. Yeah, and if they didn't have this, they were stone dead. There's no way they win the game. Okay. They didn't even feel the need to Wasteland. Yeah, oh well. I mean, they drew kind of exactly what they needed. They had to have the Wasteland, the first Wasteland for the Cradle. They had to have the Liliana on turn 3. If all they did was cake me on turn 3, they're just dead. Okay, they didn't have a Thoughtseize. If they didn't hit Thoughtseize off a Bloodbraid Elf, we actually had a chance, I think. I guess I'll keep playing it out a bit. I'm not even sure what I could draw. Okay. Whatever, dude. That's pretty annoying. Okay. So they beat us game 1 and then scooped the match. So I guess trophy by technicality. I was pretty annoyed that they beat us that game, but I'll take it. A 5-0 on technicality. Alright. First league playing the deck with Allosaurus Shepherd. Turns out it breaks the deck, I guess. Easy clap.